Glad you made it black. I'm your sister Aisha Mohammed. So glad you could join me. Today I'm coming to you with a pregnancy video. It's the first one that I've done. Very near giving birth to a baby girl. Just got a couple weeks to go. Very excited. But I wanted to speak to all the other ladies out there who are in the same predicament, find themselves, with the blessing of a baby on the way and are starting to think about labor. Well, yes, many people have different fears and anxieties about it, and we hear many stories, birth stories, which some of them are very amusing and some of them can be quite scary. There are 3 stages of labor, and you can find out about that by clicking in the description box below. I'm not going to really go into the stages because there's so many other videos out there about that, but what I wanted to speak to you, and this being my 3rd time to actually go through the process of labor, is to just share with you what I've learned, and it's proven for me to be the most powerful tool, and it's really about the state of your mind and preparing your mind for that big event. The mind is very, very powerful, and what as women we have to understand is that the body is built to give birth. Okay, it's built to do that, so we don't have to worry about its capability so much, but what we have to worry about is that thought process and to flow with the body once labor starts. Now it's to really appreciate contractions. Okay, contractions are your best friend. Okay, obviously you push on the contraction when they're occurring, because that's what helps to ease the baby out. So push on contraction. A lot of women can end up with a lot of tears due to not flowing with the contraction, and different women have different amounts of pain thresholds that they can take, so it's not easy for everyone, but it really is to know that the contraction is your best friend and you're to flow and try and work with it. Obviously they're gonna come, they're gonna increase, and this through going through the process once it starts, and it's just to really flow with it once they come and increase, and to breathe with it and know that that is actually helping you. It may be painful, but it's actually helping you in the birthing process, so work with it. When we tense up and flow against what is actually happening in the body, this is where we can lose control and find ourselves in difficulty. I've had 2 home births in a birthing pool, and the experience was good. The first one with my son Khalik, that was very good for a first birth. That was very good. I believe I had 1 puff of air, and apart from that, the water was really good when it came to helping with the pain and just being soothing, and the best place to find myself. The second labor with my son Nazir was a little bit harder and a little bit longer. They were over about 5 hours, just over 5 hours each, so they were quite quick births. And this one, well, I'm just looking forward to seeing what's going to happen, really. Yeah, now when it comes to the contractions anyway, it's good to download the app, and I'll leave some links in the description box about the different apps that you can use when you're having your contractions. It's very useful. Every time you have a contraction, you just press a button, and it will give you all of the timings, and that helps you to also know when to call your midwife to either go into hospital if you're going to be going into hospital to have the baby, or to call the home birthing team, doula, whoever you have assisting you to have. That's the advice I give on the contractions. Work with the contractions. They are your best friend. Now I'm an advocate for breastfeeding and skin to skin contact after baby's born. Definitely pop that baby on your chest for the skin to skin, or on the father's chest as well. That can work if maybe after you are just so knackered and you just need a little break. But then put baby back to be able to start breastfeeding as soon as possible. Breastfeeding is indeed best, and you can check out my blog on that at blacktomyroots.com, and you can also click up here somewhere and you can check out the video as well, where there's lots of advice on breastfeeding. And if there's any area that I haven't covered in that video or blog, let me know. Just leave it in the comments so that I can do an updated version. In that video I did speak about something called tongue tie, which I'd like to go more into, because there's quite a few children that are being born with that, and it's just a condition to do with the frenulum underneath the tongue that needs snipping, basically, so that baby can breastfeed more. But if that's not dealt with, it can cause breastfeeding problems. So if there's anything that you want me to discuss in another breastfeeding video, updated version, put it in the comments and I'll do so. So what I've spoken about now, contractions, and the fact that your body is made to give birth, and the encouragement to breastfeed. Make sure you breastfeed and watch that video, and please give it a thumbs up and share it. There's so much information in there, it's amazing. Birth plan, that's really important. Make sure you write a birth plan detailing how you want things to go, and you can set out different scenarios in there. For instance, you may want a very quiet environment whereby you don't have a lot of people talking, telling you to push and such like. It's really good for babies to be born in a secure environment, you know, that's not too loud, that's quiet, because they're coming out of the womb, obviously out into the world. It's a different environment to them, so you want them to feel as safe and secure as possible. So think about the type of environment that you may actually want your child to be born into. And also for your own comfort, you might want to have candles, soothing music, hypnobirth, all of these CDs, hypnobirth CDs, all of these different kinds of things that you can have whilst giving birth, that's gonna make you feel as good as you can possibly feel in going through the labor process. Make sure that you do have a birthing partner. Make sure that your birth partner is aware of the content of the birth plan, and don't feel any way if at any point you are in labor and you need to change something. For instance, you might say I don't want any pain relief, and then when you're actually in labor you find that you do. You know, don't feel any way to switch that up so that you can have the best outcome for yourself and for your baby. But it can be done that you give birth and you don't have any pain relief, such as even air or pethidine or an epidural. Like, it can be done. So don't think that you have to have those things, but if you're in the process and you find that it's too much for you, don't feel any way to actually change your mind about that, because at the end of the day, from when you are blessed to actually have given birth, you know, all I can say, mama, is well done. Make sure that if you have children, that you have somebody that is obviously there to take care of them, that you can call upon quickly. Make sure that those people are well versed in what you expect to happen. You have a separate plan actually for whoever's going to be taking care of the children, for them to know what to do, where to find things, because you're not going to be accessible to relay information. So you can do a little A4 page of instructions of what needs to happen with the children whilst you're giving birth. When it comes to the third stage of labor, which is after baby's been born and you're waiting for the placenta, is to think about what to do with it. Lots of people do very interesting things with the placenta. It's very nutrient rich. It's what's you know, been there in the womb of the 9 months with the baby, receiving and facilitating all of the nutrients and stuff that you've been putting into your body to serve your baby. Culturally, some people bury the placenta. Some people actually keep it and eat it, which is very interesting to me. It's not an option that I will go for. And then there's some people that actually allow the hospital to take it so that they can dispose of it, and in some cases use it for research, etc. So it's up to you to think about that. That's another thing you might want to put in your birth plan, that you might want to make a decision on. The point that I remember that is very challenging, let's say, is once the baby's head has crowned. At that point, you have to kind of take a little break from the pushing and just leave it there and be in the moment of what is happening, so that the baby can turn slightly for the body to then ease out when you continue to push. Your midwife may guide you at this point, okay, when the head crowns. And I remember at that point I was just like, Lord help me, but at the same time I just said to myself, just be in the moment of this sensation, which can sting quite a bit, because your cervix is totally dilated, baby's head is obviously just making its way through, and you have to just hold it there. But there's really something in it, if you just try your best to just be in a moment and just ride that wave. But when it comes to birth and the majesty of what is happening, is really to just hold on to God, Allah the Most High, and know that He is with you. You have your birth partner there, you have other people there, but what labor really makes clear is that it's you and God, a higher force, in order to make it through what is happening. Labor is beautiful because it's like a box of chocolates, you can say, with lots of variety, because there's just different stages where different things are happening, and it's to ride it out. It's a journey. There's highs, and when it comes to pain, who likes pain? But there's something in it. Don't be afraid of it. Ride it out and see what is in it for you in your own journey. Don't fight what is happening. Learn about the process, the stages, the first stage, the second stage, the third stage, so that you're well prepared to know what to expect, and just really know that your body is made for it. But what you need to get in check is the mind. Just be very positive about what is going to happen when it comes to giving birth and labor. Be very positive about it. Everybody's experience is different, but if you can set your mind to the fact that you're going to try your utmost to flow with what is happening, then it will be an easier journey for you. And at the end of it, what you have is a beautiful little baby that is there for you to love and take care of, and that will bring so much joy and enrichment to your life. And yes, there is hard work that goes with it, but being a mother is very, very rewarding. It is a fantastic form of self-development for yourself, and in drawing out the goodness that is in that child. So that is the ultimate reward, and I can tell you, and many women will bear witness, that once you've done giving birth and it's all over, regardless of how painful it was, you move on from that. It doesn't matter anymore, because at the end of the day, you've got this wonderful little baby. So leave your birth stories down in the description box. Just take a minute or two just to write something out, and yeah, let's all share our experiences. If you're a YouTuber and you've got videos, then put your links in there as well, so we can hear a little bit about your birth story. And yeah, just keep it upbeat, keep it positive. Haven't got long to go now, so I'm just waiting. I've just accepted. I just have to be patient and wait. I'm very excited, and yeah, let's all share our experiences. So don't be too worried, don't be too anxious. Take on some of the advice that I've given for you in this video, share it with others who are expecting, and yeah, let's brace ourselves for the journey. So thank you so much again for watching. Stay connected to the root.